In the last video, we have discussed about the steps involved in urea cycle. That was the last cycle you have in your syllabus regarding protein metabolism. From this video, I am starting carbohydrate metabolism, and the first cycle which I will discuss or I will introduce you with is glycogenesis. Before I start telling the details of the cycle, there are some general information, or there are some general points we are supposed to remember whenever we are going through or we are studying any metabolic cycle and its details. Okay, kinase. These are groups of enzymes which work on inclusion or addition of phosphate. So these are groups of enzyme which work on addition of phosphate. The next category of enzyme we will come across frequently is synthetase. As we have studied in urea cycle, that these are group of enzymes involved in synthesis of certain enzymes, synthesis of certain compounds or new compounds. Decarboxylase, these are group of enzymes. D means removal, carboxylase means carboxyl group. So these are a group of enzymes which conduct removal of CO2 from any molecule or from any structure. Group of enzymes conducting CO2 removal. The last category group of enzyme I will explain or I will consider is dehydrogenase. As I said, D means removal. So dehydrogenase are enzymes which deals with removal of hydrogen group. So these are enzymes involved in hydrogen group. Okay, so kinase are enzymes who conduct any kind of addition or inclusion of phosphate in any molecule, and they usually use ATP as the phosphate donor. Synthetase, we can clearly understand from the name that it will synthesize something. So synthetase are group of enzymes which are responsible for synthesis of new compounds or new chemicals. Decarboxylase, D means removal, as I said, carboxylase. So these enzymes will conduct removal of CO2 from any structure. Dehydrogenase, D means removal, and hydrogen we already know. So these are enzymes who are involved in removal of hydrogen from any structure. Okay, these are 4 common enzymes which you will get frequently in next metabolic cycles we will discuss about. Okay, and there are 2 or 3 more enzymes you need to know generally, or its general nature. Then I will start the specific cycle we are supposed to start on. So I'm erasing it. This does not come in your exam in the form of definition or something. I have written, or I have asked you people to make a note of it, so that, or I have made a note of it, so that whenever you are writing any metabolic cycle, you don't need to think a lot, or you don't need to memorize the names of the enzymes every time, so that you can use the concept, or if you can understand the concept of the mechanism behind the steps, so you can guess the name of the enzyme yourself only. You don't need to memorize everything, because it's already, biochemistry is already tough, and if you will try to mug up every single detail related to the chemical steps, or any structure, anything related to the steps occurring in a metabolic cycle, it will become tougher for you. Okay, so the next category of enzyme I will name is phosphatase and phosphorylase. Phosphorylation, what we know, what is phosphorylation? Is addition of phosphate to any receptor, any structure, any compound. So if phosphorylation means addition of phosphate, that means phosphorylase is a group of enzymes who are making that thing happen. So phosphorylase are group of enzymes causing phosphorylation or addition of phosphate. And phosphatase, these are usually related with removal of phosphate, not addition, but in some cases we can see as exception they are acting on phosphate addition also. So they usually deal with addition and removal of phosphate. Last two enzymes I will name is reductase and oxidase. Reductase, we can clearly understand that reductase are enzymes used for reactions involving reduction. Whenever there is a need of reduction, reductase will work. Similarly, oxidases are the enzymes who are involved in oxidation of a certain molecule. So these are the general idea regarding the enzymes you will use repeatedly in all the metabolic cycles related to carbohydrate. We have already used them in protein metabolic cycles also. Okay, so these are the basic idea of naming of enzymes according to their function. Similarly, we will mutase. Mutase are the enzyme who causes mutation, usually change of position of certain molecules. So mutase are group of enzymes causing mutation, or we can say position of certain. Suppose glucose 1-phosphate or glucose 6-phosphate, it will be converted to glucose 1-phosphate. That means why it is written as 6-phosphate? That means the phosphate molecule is present at the 6th carbon, right? When it is being converted to glucose 1-phosphate, that means the position of the phosphate molecule is being shifted from 6th to 1st carbon of the glucose molecule. So basically this is nothing but change of position of phosphate molecule. This is kind of mutation. So here mutase will work. So in this kind of reaction, mutase can work. Now mutase is the name of the group of the enzyme. In case of particularly this step, what will be the name of the enzyme? Phosphoglucomutase. Why? It is glucose molecule, that is why gluco, and it is changing the position of phosphate group, that is why phosphoglucomutase. So this is a reaction where you can get a basic idea of what kind of mutation it can cause or what kind of change of position it can cause. In other name of the enzymes, they were very direct according to the term or the name. Like oxidation, what is oxidation you know, what is reduction you know. Addition of phosphate you have already seen in that ATP is used. Because some addition means a molecule will be added. A certain carbon in a structure of a molecule, a carbon or any other molecule will release any of its atom and it will hold the phosphate. So that is what addition of phosphate means. Reduction, oxidation, we already know. Carboxylation, removal of carboxyl carbon, CO2, we have already seen in decarboxylation of amino acid. But mutase is something new for you. You have not used this enzyme yet. So I have given an example with the mechanism. So it is easy for you now to remember the names of the enzyme and to understand which enzyme will be used where. Okay, in the next video I will start the steps involved in the cycle glycogenesis. Before that, it will be a guide for you to understand the metabolic cycle. Thank you.